Hello, my name is Richard Sear, and I want to welcome you to BiSci1. I'm a cell biologist, and I've been working for decades in this field. But you may ask yourself, what is cell biology? And more importantly, why should I care about cell biology? As we open up the newspaper, or your favorite web browser, and take a look at the articles that you see, you'll notice that on a daily basis, topics such as cloning come up. And of course, I think you all know that years ago we were able to clone sheep. But what else can be cloned? Do you know that there are companies out there that'll clone your pet cat if you want, or your pet dog? What's involved in cloning? Should it just stop at our pets? These raise important questions that go to the ethics of cloning, because some people feel that test tube babies are but around the corner. Cancer. This is a disease that we read about also on a daily basis. And in fact, I would venture to guess that all of you have members of your family that have been afflicted by this disease. What is cancer? Why is it so hard to cure? And what steps are being taken towards treatments, and how do these treatments work? Also, you may read about in the paper custom-made organs. This is similar to cloning, but instead of a whole individual, scientists are now talking about cloning body parts that could be used as replacements. Where will this technology go? How is it carried out? What's involved? What cellular processes and molecular processes need to be considered in this? Energy. Energy is something that we read about also on a daily basis. Biofuels. We hear about the potential of biofuels and what they represent. We also hear about some concerns. Will this detract from agricultural food usage? These are important issues, and in this course we'll touch on this topic as well. Genetically modified organisms. We also on a regular basis read about GMOs and the various aspects of their usage. Some people think that they're a panacea for curing the world's hunger problems. Others are very concerned about where this will lead and what the ramifications of this technology have on society and the economics of society as well. We also turn on our TV and on a regular basis shows such as CSI appear. And in these shows, various techniques are presented by which individuals can be identified unequivocally, they say, and related to a crime scene. What are these various techniques that are used? What is polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, and how has it revolutionized crime investigation? Also on a daily basis, we hear about drugs, for better or for worse. What are drugs exactly, and how do they act? And you'll discover in this course that the root of all drug actions is via some aspect of cellular function. Personalized medicine is an area that hasn't gotten as much public publicity as some of these other areas, but it's one that's going to be affecting you. How is that so? It turns out that each of us have our unique genetic constitution that responds in different ways to various treatments. Right now, our physicians, our family doctors can't always tell exactly whether a given drug will be effective on us or not. Personalized medicine promises to change that and allow our physicians in a more focused way to make decisions that impact our daily lives. Diet and health. This is a common topic that we read about. Claims of one food type being better than another, one diet being better than another one. What are these foodstuffs that we eat and from which we obtain energy, and how is it that we metabolize them? As you'll learn in this course, it has to do with what's going on at the cellular level. And we'll be addressing questions such as, can drinking high fructose corn syrup really give me diabetes? Climate change. Climate change is a topic that invokes a lot of discussion for a variety of reasons. And some of the concerns that people have is how these climate changes will affect the ability to grow crops and feed the world. How is it that plants respond to these changes of climate, and how does this affect not just plants, but the animals that feed upon plants? Another topic we'll be dealing with. In the area of human health, immunizations is one that you'll often read about. And you may not even know what an immunization is other than, oh, it was painful when I got that shot. But how do immunizations work? Are they always a good thing? Are there some detrimental aspects of immunizations? Some people think that they're more bad than good. What's behind those? In this course, we're going to learn that it, again, has to do with what's happening at the cell. And we'll be investigating these questions. Antibiotics. I think all of us have had antibiotics, been prescribed them at one time or another for a variety of afflictions. But they're also used in a variety of other ways, particularly in the food industry. Some people think that we're using too much antibiotics. Why do they think that? What's behind this reasoning? And in this course, you'll find that antibiotics work at the cellular level, and you'll also learn that the bacteria that are targeted by these antibiotics can respond in different ways. And so we'll be discussing the use and perhaps overuse of antibiotics. So as you can see in this course, we're going to be covering a lot of ground. We're going to be asking, and with your help, we're going to be answering these questions that affect us and society around us. So sit back and enjoy. I think you'll really learn a lot in this course.